Antwerp, 2003. A city known for its diamonds, its traders, and its silence. Deep inside the Diamond District, hidden beneath a nondescript office building on Hovenier Street, lay one of the most impenetrable vaults in the world. The Antwerp Diamond Center. Reinforced steel doors, magnetic locks, infrared sensors, seismic detectors, private security, and over 160 safe deposit boxes holding an estimated $500 million in diamonds, gold, and cash. To every thief in Europe, it was untouchable. To one small crew of obsessive criminals, it was just a puzzle waiting to be solved. That February, in one of the most audacious heists ever attempted, they walked in, cleaned out the vault, and disappeared into the night carrying an estimated $100 million in diamonds and cash. And the weapon they used to bypass one of the world's most sophisticated security systems? A single piece of white paper? This is the story of the Antwerp diamond heist. The crime that embarrassed an entire industry, baffled investigators for years, and rewrote everything the world thought it knew about security. What made this crime legendary wasn't just the money, it was the method. These weren't masked gunmen, no explosives, no hacking, no violence. This was a team of surgical professionals who studied, rehearsed, and socially engineered their way into one of the most secure rooms on Earth. For years they planned, watching routines, studying the vault, and finding flaws in a system everyone assumed was flawless. What followed was a story of brilliance, greed, arrogance, and the one tiny mistake that brought it all crashing down. In the early 2000s, Antwerp's Diamond District wasn't just a neighborhood. It was the diamond capital of the world. An estimated 80% of the world's rough diamonds passed through this single square mile of Belgium every year. The Diamond Center on Hovenierstraat was where the city's most valuable stones were stored. Dealers, traders, and private collectors rented deposit boxes inside the vault to store their most precious inventory. The vault itself sat 2 floors underground. To get inside, you needed to pass through a series of doors, each requiring its own key or code. The vault door alone weighed several tons. Inside, the room was lined with 160 deposit boxes, each individually locked. The security system ran 24 hours a day. Motion sensors detected movement, magnetic sensors detected tampering, a Doppler radar system detected vibrations, and a private security company monitored everything around the clock. On paper, it was unbeatable, but the man who would crack it wasn't looking at the vault door. He was looking at the people who walked through it every day. His name was Leonardo Notarbartolo. To the Diamond Center and everyone around it, he was a respectable Italian diamond dealer. He dressed well, he spoke quietly, he paid his bills on time. In 1999, he rented himself an office inside the Diamond Center building itself, just 2 floors above the vault. He attended industry events. He built relationships with the staff. He became, to everyone who worked there, a familiar and trusted face. For 3 years, he studied everything. He watched how the security guards rotated. He noted which days were busiest, which were quietest. He memorized the access routines. He rode the elevator past the vault level dozens of times. He photographed what he could. He sketched what he couldn't. He was patient in a way that most criminals simply aren't capable of being. Back in Italy, he shared everything with his crew. The team assembled around Notarbartolo like a machine built for one specific job. There was the genius, the crew's master lock specialist, a man so skilled with mechanical locks that colleagues said he could feel the tumblers move through his fingertips alone. There was the monster, their muscle and logistics man, responsible for supplies, transportation, and making problems disappear. There was Speedy, their electronics and alarm specialist. And there was a 5th unnamed member the crew called the King of Keys, whose specific role was understanding exactly how each locking mechanism inside the vault could be defeated. Together, they had between them decades of criminal experience across Italy, France, and Belgium. But they had never attempted anything at this scale. The plan wasn't to force the vault, it was to make the vault believe nothing was happening at all. They chose the weekend of February 15th, 2003. The Diamond District would be mostly empty. The building would be on reduced security staffing. It was also the weekend before Valentine's Day, meaning many of the center's dealers had already cleared out their best inventory for the holiday rush, reducing the chance of someone noticing a missing stone before Monday morning. The crew arrived in Antwerp days before and set up a rented apartment as their base. They gathered their tools, specialized lockpicks, aluminum shielding panels, a homemade device designed to block the vault's magnetic alarm sensors, rope, flashlights, and a simple white styrofoam board, barely bigger than a sheet of paper. That board would prove to be the most important tool of the entire operation. On the evening of Saturday, February 15th, the crew made their move. Notarbartolo used his legitimate access credentials to enter the building. Once inside, he let the others in through a side entrance. They moved quietly and deliberately through the building, descending toward the vault level. The first obstacle was the vault's light sensor. The system was designed to detect any movement inside the vault corridor after hours and trigger an alarm. The crew already knew about it. Weeks earlier, during one of Notarbartolo's routine visits, he had studied exactly where the sensor was mounted and what angle it covered. They slid the white styrofoam panel across the corridor floor, positioning it directly in front of the sensor. Simple. Crude. Devastating in its effectiveness. The sensor, which worked by detecting changes in light, now saw only the panel. As far as the system was concerned, the corridor was empty and undisturbed. They were past the first line of defense using a piece of material that cost less than a cup of coffee. Magnetic lock on the vault door came next. This is where the genius earned his name. He had studied the specific lock model used on the vault door for months, sourcing an identical unit from a supplier in Eastern Europe and practicing on it until he could defeat it in the dark. With his tools in his hands, he worked the mechanism deliberately and without rushing. It took him less than 30 minutes. The vault door swung open. Inside, rows of safety deposit boxes waited in the dim light. The seismic sensor, designed to detect drilling or cutting vibrations, was already being defeated by the aluminum shielding panels the crew pressed against the walls, absorbing and deflecting any vibration their movements might generate. They went to work.
For the next 10 hours, they cracked box after box. The King of Keys worked methodically down the rows. Jewelry, bearer bonds, loose diamonds, cut stones, gold coins, wrapped bundles of cash in multiple currencies. They filled bag after bag, working quietly, efficiently, and without a single alarm sounding anywhere in the building. By the time Sunday morning light began to show above ground, they had emptied an estimated 123 of the 160 boxes. They retreated through the corridor, removing the styrofoam panel as they left. They exited the building the same way they came in. They loaded their bags into waiting vehicles and drove out of Antwerp before the city had woken up. The estimated value of what they carried, $100 million. Some estimates put it higher. For a few days, they had done the impossible. Back at their apartment, they laid out the hall. Diamonds caught the light from every surface. Bearer bonds were stacked in neat piles. The crew had pulled off the largest diamond heist in recorded history. The monster reportedly sat in silence for a long time, simply staring at what they had taken. Notarbartolo, who had spent 3 years building toward this moment, finally allowed himself to relax. But as every heist crew eventually learns, it's never the break-in that gets you. It's what happens after. The Diamond Center discovered the theft on Monday morning. When the first dealers arrived and found their boxes emptied, panic spread through the building within minutes. Police were called. The vault was sealed. Within hours, Belgian federal investigators and Interpol were involved. What investigators found inside the vault told them immediately this was no ordinary robbery. The precision of the lock defeats, the lack of any forced entry on the vault door itself, the specific boxes chosen, the complete absence of fingerprints. This was a professional crew with inside knowledge. Someone had studied this vault for a very long time. They began reviewing years of access records, looking for patterns. Leonardo Notarbartolo's name appeared repeatedly. But the crew made one small mistake, and it was enough. After leaving Antwerp, they dumped their rubbish in a forest. Among it was a partially eaten salami carrying DNA that led investigators to Notarbartolo within weeks. Police raided his home, uncovered diamonds and evidence linking the crew, and soon the gang was arrested. Notarbartolo received 10 years in prison, while the others got shorter sentences. Most of the estimated $100 million in diamonds were never recovered, disappearing into the underground diamond trade. The Antwerp diamond heist proved that even the strongest security can be defeated by patience, planning, and trust, and that the line between the perfect crime and prison can be as small as a discarded piece of food. The vault wasn't beaten by force, it was beaten by paper, patience, and trust.